at the point in which you're listening to me, and you know that I'm speaking to you. You know that I'm speaking to you. We pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and we start again today. So you've started the year. It's a new year, you're in your fields, you've set your goals, you've set your vision, you know what you want to do for the year. And typically at this point, people are still all in their fields, they're excited, they've got the motivation to do it. Day 1, you do it. Day 2, you do it. Day 3, you do it. Day 4, all of a sudden you start not to feel like it. Day 5, you're not in the mood. Day 6, an inconvenience happens and you think, what is the point? And before you know it, you're not doing the things that you said you wanted to do. So today we're going to talk about how to not break the promises that you set for yourself. This year is the year that we're doing things that we said we're going to do. We are disciplined and we are focused on our goals, our vision, and what we want to achieve this year. Many times we break promises towards ourselves. We can fulfill promises for our managers, for our spouses, for our family members, for everybody. But when it comes to showing up for ourselves, we lack and we make excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. I'm just too tired today. You said you were going to do it today. What's the problem? And we don't show up for ourselves. We say we're going to work out. We say we're going to save money. We say we're going to get out of debt. We say we're going to start the YouTube channel. We say we're going to start the podcast. We say we're going to start creating content. You're going to start reading more. And before you know it, the month has passed and you haven't done any of it. And because you haven't done any of it, you're like, what's the point? I'm just going to stop and maybe next year will be my year. And 5 years have passed and no years have been your years. So what do you do when you find yourself breaking promises that you set for yourself? Now, very transparent moment. So the other day I set for myself a challenge, a goal that I was set to achieve. And this is in the area of fitness. So one of my goals was to walk 10,000 steps a day. And I said I was going to do that the whole month of January. So first day came, I was motivated. I even did like 11 or 12,000 steps. Second day I did it. Third day I did it and I was feeling good. And then the other day I woke up and life was just lifing. A lot happened and I usually break it up into three sessions. I've got a walking pad. So whenever I'm working, I'm walking. So it was just a really busy day and I hadn't got the chance to do it. And I was behind in my walking schedule. And I was like, this is stupid. Who even walks? What's the purpose of walking? And I started to talk myself out of it. And I was like, this is so dumb. Like, this is dumb. This is stupid. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. It's been an awful day. And I just want to go downstairs and sit on the sofa and watch something and eat ice cream. And as I sat there, I thought to myself, I want to sit down and not work out because of all of this stuff going on. But I've committed to showing up for myself, and showing up for myself means that motivation is going to go, but discipline should still be there to carry me through. So I literally had to do a pep talk. I was like, no, we're not going to follow our emotions. We're not going to follow our feelings. You don't feel like going to the gym. You don't feel like going to work sometimes, but you still show up. You don't feel like imagine if we all lived our lives based on our feelings. Our feelings would get us into trouble. There would be no anything because we don't feel like it. So I literally sat there having a pep talk with myself and I was like, no, you show up for yourself. You do the things that you say you're going to do. So this is one of it. And just get on the treadmill for 10 minutes. No pressure. Just walk. You don't even have to walk fast. Just walk slowly for 10 minutes. And I got on the treadmill and I got to like 30 minutes and I felt better after. But in that moment where I had a decision to make, I had to decide, do I go with my feelings and break the promise that I've made myself that I'm going to walk 10,000 steps every single day for the next month? Or do I do what I said I was going to do and be disciplined and committed and get out of my feelings? And so many times we have these things where we want to do it. There is where we are now and where we want to go to. And between where we are and where we want to go, there is resistance. There are things that are in the way. And that's why a lot of people don't achieve their goals. I think there was a study that says like 8% of people set goals and they don't achieve them. Because there is going to be resistance. Things are going to get in the way. Things are going to happen. But it's not, the problem isn't the things that are happening. The problem is how we respond to those things. And ultimately, we have a choice. Do we want to achieve what we've set out to achieve? Do you want to achieve your goals? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to I'm actually going to go through what I went through in my head and what helped me overcome this is stupid, this is dumb, I'm feeling sorry for myself, I'm having a pity party, I don't want to do it, therefore I'm not going to do it. To, no, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I remembered, I was like, self-control is a fruit of the spirit. If I don't have control over my mind or my body, and my body tells me what to do, that is a very slippery slope. If my body decides today, don't feel like it, and I follow that, then you're giving your body power to do whatever it wants to do. So I was thinking to myself, my body doesn't tell me what to do. I tell my body what to do. I practice self-control. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit. Therefore, if the spirit of God is in me, I am able and I've got the ability to do the things that I said I was going to do. And how many opportunities do we miss because we break those promises? How many things, just look back over your life and think about the opportunities that you've missed because you didn't show up for yourself, because you didn't do the things that you said you were going to do. And opportunities came, seasons came, because seasons don't last forever. Seasons came, and what you were supposed to do in that season, you didn't do, so you didn't get the reward of that season. And this year is different. We are not doing that. We are going and getting everything that belongs to us in this year. Everything that has my name on it, this year I'm going to get it. Everything that has your name on it, this year you're going to get it. But it's not going to rain like manna from heaven. We have to put some work into it. We have to be disciplined. We have to build really good habits. We have to be consistent. We have to put in the work. And putting in the work means showing up when things don't feel good, showing up when things don't feel nice, showing up when it doesn't feel convenient to do the things that we said we're going to do. So this is literally the conversation that I had through my head, and I'm going to go through literally every process. And this might be something that may help you when you're going through because it will come. Resistance is there, it will come, but it's about what you do in that time that will help you push through the resistance and get to where you want to go. It's already there. You already have the things that I love a quote that I heard one time. It said something like, what you're seeking for is seeking for you. You already have it. What you want is already there. It's at the end of it. When God created the world, when God created the earth, he created me and you. He already completed the end before the beginning. So everything that we need, there is the provision for it. There is ability for it. So we have to push through the resistance. When resistance comes, when challenges come, we have to push through. And this can be in any area and every area of your life. But instead we look at and we focus on the resistance instead of the end goal. We look and magnify the resistance instead of the end goal. When Peter asked Jesus if he could walk on water, and Jesus said yes, when he had his focus on Jesus, he was walking on water. The moment he looked at the sea and looked at how turbulent that thing was, he began to sink. When we focus away from Jesus, or when we focus away from the end and where we're supposed to be going, we lose focus and we start to not show up. That's when we start to make excuses. So we stay focused. We stay laser focused this year, and I'm going to be on your back, on your neck. I am going to be there. Like, are we showing up? Are we doing the things? Are we there yet? So the first question I asked myself was, what is stopping you, Rona? What's stopping you from getting on that treadmill? I have a thing where I work smart, not hard. I try and by all means make my life easier for me. I am a busy gal. So I like to make my life easier for me. So working smart means I bought a treadmill and I bought a desk, which means that I can get my steps in whilst I'm working. What is stopping me from getting on the treadmill? I don't have to leave the house. I don't have to go for a walk. I didn't have to do anything. Nothing was stopping me but myself. So what is stopping you? When you feel like I'm about to give up now, I'm about to throw in the towel, I said I wanted to achieve this goal, but this is too hard. There's just so much at stake. What is stopping you? Like, what really is stopping you? Not the fluff that we tell ourselves. Oh, I'm just going to try again next year. Why? Why do you feel that you need to start again next year? Why do you feel you need to start again on Monday? Why do you feel you need to postpone or break that promise for what you want to achieve? Why? What is getting in the way? Like, really getting in the way. Because sometimes we're like, oh yeah, I couldn't do it because I was waiting for someone else. Or look internally, what's stopping you? And I had to ask myself, I had to tell myself, I'm making excuses here. There is nothing stopping me but myself. And that stung. Because sometimes, or a lot of the times, we want to blame externally. We want to blame the world for us not achieving our goals. It's always something external. I couldn't get that promotion because my manager didn't give me an opportunity. I couldn't get this because of this. I couldn't. No, look internally. What internally is stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve? What internally is saying to you, it's time to quit. It's time to quit. This was uncomfortable. It's time to quit. What is that thing? And observe the distractions. Observe the language and the things that you're saying to yourself. Like, what's going on in here? I think it was Joyce Meyer who wrote the book Battlefield of the Mind. There is a war going on in our mind. There is another quote that says something like, I can't remember the quote, but it says, essentially it's talking about there is a war without, and then there is a war within. And the war within is greater than the war without. The enemy outside can't hurt you like the enemy inside your head, inside here. We have a war going on in our mind. We know we want to achieve something, but we get in our way and we begin to self-sabotage. So I ask you, what's stopping you? And then the second thing is, what do you need right now in this moment to show up for yourself? Not tomorrow, not the next day, not next week. We're not going to restart right now. Today, we're starting. If you've fallen and you've not been on track with what you said you were going to do, we start today. At the point in which you're listening to me, and you know that I'm speaking to you. You know that I'm speaking to you. At the point in which you've not achieved what you wanted to do, we're not going to wait for another month or next week. We start. We pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and we start again today. So what do you need to do today, right now, as you're listening to me, to show up for yourself? What do you need? Ask yourself that. What do you need? And as I sat there having a pity party, feeling sorry for myself, telling myself that it's been a really hard day and I deserve to just rest and I deserve self-care, I asked myself, okay, what's it going to take to get me upstairs on the treadmill for 10 minutes? What do I need? And in that time, I needed 20 minutes to just sit down. After I put my kids to sleep, I needed 20 minutes to just do nothing. And after that 20 minutes, I set my alarm, I set my timer, and I said, okay, this is what I need. I just need to breathe. And after I breathe for 20 minutes, I'm going to take my butt upstairs and I'm going to get on that treadmill for 20 minutes. So the same amount of time I'm sitting down is the same amount of time that I'm going to go upstairs. And I even ended up doing more than that. So what do you need right now? If you've pressed pause on your goals and your dreams, what do you need to do right now to press play again? What do you need? And if you are about to press pause, what do you need to continue going? What's it going to take? And you know what you need. So ask yourself honestly, and there's no point, fluffing around. Be honest with yourself. What do you need to keep going? What do you need to start again? There is no such thing. You will fall 77 times and you will get back up. We're going to fail forward, and people hate the word failing, but sometimes we're going to have to fail forward. We're going to get up, fall, get back up. We're falling, we're getting back up, but we're not staying down. We, this year, as you're appointed by myself, self-appointed cheerleader, we're not staying down. We may fall, but we're going to get right back up. So identify what's stopping you, identify what you need right now to either get you to start back again or get you to keep going. And then the third thing is commitment. Remember the commitment you've made to yourself. So if you have committed to starting a YouTube channel, remember that commitment. You have committed yourself to it. And it's not just I might want to, no, we're making commitments here. And if you haven't made a commitment to yourself, then you need to do so. You say, I am committed to achieving my goal. I am committed to running that marathon this year. I am absolutely 100% committed to making sure that I will buy my car this year. I am 100% committed to make sure that this year is the year that I travel. Whatever that thing is for you, you have to commit yourself to it. Now, the definition of commit is to pledge or bind a person or an organization to a certain course or policy. So you're pledging or binding yourself to that thing that you said you were going to do. You're committing yourself. When I've committed myself to my husband, I've said, you are my guy. Like, you ain't going nowhere. Okay, we're in it for the long run. No, we ain't going nowhere. I've committed myself to my husband. My husband has committed himself to me. Like, there is no, and that's the problem. So many times we don't commit. We just say, oh, it would be nice to. Oh, it would be great to. And there's no commitment there. It's a meh, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We'll see. And that language alone that automatically tells me that you're not serious. You don't want it bad enough. You have not committed to your goals. You have not committed to starting that business. Commitment means that through rain, come thunder, I'm going to do this thing. Through pain, I'm going to do this thing. Come high water, I am going to do this thing because I've committed myself to it. It's not a airy fairy, oh, maybe we'll see if, and that's why we don't achieve the things that we set out to achieve, because we've not committed ourselves to it. The moment it gets inconvenient, we're like, well, I said I'll try. Oh, I said I'll see. I never committed myself to it. No, set a commitment. What are you committing to this year? Write it down and say it. I commit to. And then also write it down so that when times get hard, you go back, you read it, you said, I've committed to do this. And your word should be your bond. And that's how we show up for ourselves daily, because we are a people who, when we commit to something, we honor our words to ourselves. When we say to our friends, we're going to go out and we're going to do something, we go out and do it. When you say to your boss, yeah, I'm going to do it, you make sure that you do it. But when you say to yourself, I'm going to do it, why is it that we don't do it? Because there is no commitment. So commit, write it down. I commit to, and say, this year I am going to, not I want to, not I may, not I'm thinking about. This year I am going to, and that is certain. The language in that is different to I am going to is different to I want to. I want is a desire. I desire to. No, I am going to. So make a commitment. Do you want this? Okay, this is going to happen. And these are the things that you need to do to make it happen. You may fall, but you remember that in that falling, in that ditch, in that pity party, you remember the commitment. I have committed to get back up, and you get back up and you keep going. I always say, progress over perfection. The destination is not going to be perfect. The process is not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy, okay? 365 days, 364 days is a long time. And we're not expecting perfection every single day. But I said to myself on that treadmill, you're going to get on there for 10 minutes. This all or nothing approach of, oh, well, if I can't do the 10,000 steps, I'm not going to do anything. That used to be me. Oh, well, so I'm all or nothing. It's either I'm 100% in or I'm not in at all. No, I commit to, right, 10 minutes. I start with 10 minutes. And then another 10 minutes. And then another 10 minutes. Okay, I want to start a company. I start by registering my business. That's the first step. And then tomorrow I'm going to do this. You can't expect to be all successful in one day. Slow progress is still progress. Progress is progress. One day you might be filled with the burst of energy and you might conquer the world. The next day you might not have all the energy, but you still work towards the things that you want to do. So you commit. And then the fourth thing is having accountability partners, having people that you can tell and share about your journey. And they may even be on the same journey with you, or they might not be. They're just there to keep you accountable. And this can look at like your friendship group. It can look like you telling your mom, your sister, your brother, your whoever, that, hey, this is what I'm doing. I need you to keep me accountable. I've said I'm going to do this. And if you find me not doing it, call me out. Call me out. I'm giving you permission to call me out. When you see that I haven't done this, or I haven't posted this, or I haven't posted in a week, call me out. And you need those people who are able to give you tough love. Because when you're all up in your feelings and you are feeling sorry for yourself, you need people who are able to tell you, no, get up and go. Get up and go. And that's the purpose of people like me, coaches, who are able to help you get unstuck where you've put yourself in a cozy, stuck, comfortable position. A coach is able to say, right, okay, let's get up. You've been in your bed all day. Open your curtains, get out of bed and go for a walk. And this is extremely, extremely helpful. So I have my sisters and I've got there's four of us who are currently going through a fitness journey, and we have committed to keep each other accountable. So we're posting constantly in our group chat. And the moment I was all up in my feels about not working out, I posted on the group chat. I said, guys, oh, I'm struggling today. And they gave me the pep talk that I needed. They were like, girl, no, we're not doing that. Not doing it. And one of them sent me a picture of them in the gym earlier. I was like, okay, I can do it. I can do it. I've got this. And they encouraged me to go out and go back on my treadmill and go on my treadmill. So you need accountability partners who are able to speak to not where you are, but speak to where you're going. Speak to where you need to go. They don't allow you to have a pity party and to break your promises. If you find people around you saying, yeah, just stop, yeah, you don't need to do that, get rid of those people. Those people, okay, maybe not get rid of them, that's mean. Okay, those people don't need to be your accountability partners. They have no business being your accountability partners. Accountability partners are people who are going to get you to your destination. They know where you want to go. They know how hard you want it. They know your why, and they're able to bring you out or call you out or push you if necessary to get you to your destination. And this is tough love sometimes, because sometimes it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But you need those people to get to where you want to go. You can't go this road alone. And if you don't have anybody, drop me a comment below. I would love to be your accountability partner. Just share with me your goal, and I will message. If you message me on Instagram, drop me a DM. It's at Rodnan Tabini. You message me your goal, and I will personally be your accountability partner to help cheer you on and help you stay on course to help you achieve your goals. And then the last but not least, the very not least, is you commit your plans to the Lord. You've committed to yourself. You've said, right, this is what I want to do. I've broken promises in the past. And you commit your plans and you commit your things that you want to do to the Lord. You commit that to God. As I sat there in my pity party, I was like, Holy Spirit, help me. Help me get up. Help me to stay committed. Help me to achieve my goals. Because I know I can't do it in my own power, in my own strength. I can't do it by myself. It is foolish to think that I can. So I literally sat there and I was like, Holy Spirit, please help me. Give me the strength, give me the discipline to be the person, to become the person that I want to be. Give me the ability to show up for myself, to be consistent and to be disciplined and to do the things that I said I was going to do. You help me, you give me strength. And sometimes we say we're going to commit our plans to the Lord, and we don't know what that looks like. But that just means being honest to God, being honest, speak like you're speaking to your Father. Like, I literally said, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling today. I need you to help me. Like, please help me. Please help me. I just need your strength. And I need you to help me in this goal that I've set. I've committed my plans to you. So please help me. Give me the strength. Give me the ability to show up for myself. And after my 20 minutes, I got up and I went and I did my 10K steps. And do you know what? I've done my steps before and I've achieved my goal, but this one hit so differently. Me accomplishing this one felt so special. And after I did more than 10K steps, 10,000 steps. And when I finished, I actually stood there for a minute and I was like, I did it. I did what I said I was going to do, despite me not wanting to do it or not feeling like I can do it. I did it. And I was really proud of myself. And I really just stood. And it sounds really small, but I actually just stood there for a minute and I was like, I do what I say that I'm going to do. I am consistent. I am disciplined. I am a person of my word. I am a person who has integrity, showing up for myself. So yeah, I stood there and I was like, wow. I felt good after it as well. I felt I was on cloud 9. I wasn't even all up in my feelings anymore. That made my day. But in order to get to where we want to go, we're going to have to realize that the resistance is there. There's going to be resistance. There are going to be days that we don't feel like doing it. There are going to be days where things just don't go right. But are we still going to commit and be consistent and to be a person that shows up for ourselves? Now, showing up for yourself might not even mean operating at 100% capacity. It could mean, I said I'm going to do this thing. So if I can do 70%, I am still showing up for myself. As long as I am making strides. What I don't want us to do is all or nothing. All or nothing, we left that in 2024. It's either I do it or I don't. No, I'm going to do something today. Whatever that is, it can be something small. I'm going to do half a step to get to where I want to go. So just to recap, if you are currently struggling or you've fallen, you've set your goals and you've fallen and you're like, do you know what? What's the point? No, we are getting back up. Get back up, dust yourself off, pick yourself up from the ground, and let's keep going. Let's keep moving, and let's keep going after the things that you know are yours. It's already yours. You just have to go out and get it. We have to know that there is resistance. Resistance will always be there, but we push through and past resistance. There's no going to the side of it. There's no going around it or over it or under it. We have to go through the resistance to get to our destination. So this is what you're going to do next. You're going to ask yourself, what's stopping you? Then you're going to ask yourself, what's it going to take today, right now, to get you moving. And then you're either going to make a commitment to yourself, write it down and say it. I commit to, I am going to X, Y, Z. So you either make a commitment to yourself, or you remember your commitment. If you've already committed it thing, you remember why you said you were going to do this, why this was important to you, why this is even a priority or a goal in your life in the first place. And then you find yourself some accountability partners, people that are there, that are going to give you some tough love, who are able to encourage you, who are able to motivate you and help you get to your destination. And then last but not least, we are committing our plans to the Lord. The Bible in Proverbs 16 verse 3 says, commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established. So when we commit something to God, God is the one that establishes us, and he gives us the strength, he gives us the grace, he gives us the ability, the power and the staying power to press towards our goals and all the things that we want to achieve. It's not over yet. If you've fallen, it's not over yet. Let's start back up. Not tomorrow, not next week. We are starting back at the point in which you end this video. Start back up. There is no room for excuses this year. No. We're saying no to excuses. And we are putting in the work to achieve the things that we've set out to do. Zero excuses. We are not making excuses this year. We're doing it. We're pushing past the resistance and we are going for the things that we've set out to achieve, because we don't break promises to ourselves. We honor our words to ourselves because our word is our bond. If you've said it, you can do it. If this video has been useful, do not go to the next one or click off this program without pressing that like button, and let me know, what are you committing to in the comments below. See you in the next video.